Most people spend their lives chasing perfection, flawless work, perfect relationships. And on the surface, that seems like the right path. But in reality, that obsession often leads to disappointment, frustration, and even shame. But what if I told you that the strongest people in history didn't hide their flaws, they embraced them? It's a Japanese philosophy called Kintsugi, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, with real examples and practical ways to start using it today. This model has completely changed the way I think and make decisions, and I hope it can do the same for you. Let's bring this model to life with a story. Centuries ago in Japan, a powerful shogun broke his favorite tea bowl. But it wasn't just any bowl. It was a special prized Chinese tea bowl. So he sent it to be repaired by the best craftsman. But when it returned, the bowl had been stapled back together with ugly metal pins. It was usable, but it looked ruined. The shogun was disappointed. So he asked them to try again. But instead of hiding the cracks, they did something radical. They filled the fractures with gold lacquer. The bowl was reborn, and its scars were glowing like rivers of light. What was once damaged was now considered more beautiful than before. The philosophy behind this is called Kintsugi. Rather than pretending the break never happened, the repair itself became the story. Kintsugi reveals a simple but deep truth. The things we try to hide can become the very things that make us unique and valuable. Next, we need to understand the two ways of thinking about Kintsugi. Now, most of us are trained to hide flaws, cover up the wrinkle, polish away the mistake, replace the broken thing. But the philosophy of wabi-sabi reminds us that nothing is finished and nothing is perfect. Think of a wooden table that gets scratched over years of use. Instead of sanding it down so it looks new, you leave it how it is. Why? Because the scratches tell a story. Conversations had, time passed. The imperfection isn't a defect, it's proof of life. The second face of Kintsugi is repair as transformation. A breakage doesn't just mark the end, it can mark the start of something new. Take the story of Leonard Cohen, the legendary musician. When he discovered his manager had stolen all of his money, his career collapsed. But instead of giving up, Cohen returned to the stage, and he poured those wounds into his music. The result? His comeback albums became the most celebrated work of his life. That's the essence of Kintsugi. The cracks remain visible because they're what make the whole stronger, more meaningful, and more beautiful than before. Now I'm going to show you how to use Kintsugi in everyday life. Take work, for example. Most people are terrified of making mistakes. They want a flawless presentation, an error-free email, and a project with zero flaws. But this mentality usually leads to endless revisions and burnout. And this is where Kintsugi becomes powerful. Instead of trying to hide every mistake, you make the correction part of the story. Maybe your presentation had a stumble, but you follow it with humor and honesty. Or maybe a project failed, but you openly share what went wrong and what you learned. That transparency often earns you more respect than the original success would have. Just like that bowl example, visible repairs can make the whole thing more valuable.